a desolate, forgotten swamp under a gray sky. Murky water reflects the twisted, dead trees surrounding it. A voice begins. In a village lost to time, a river of life became a current of death. For a fleeting moment, an angry, spiritual face seems to form on the water's surface. The voice warns. They broke a sacred promise, and the river never forgot. The view dissolves into a sun-drenched, vibrant village named Olwaland. Majestic trees form a rich canopy over the bustling community. Villagers are shown living in harmony, their lives simple and beautiful. They work with their hands, laugh under the sun, and share stories beneath the stars. The lifeblood of Olwaland is shown, a magnificent flowing river. This was the river of blessings, and its waters shimmered with life. The river's gentle current seemed to sing a peaceful song. Its waters could heal the sick, provide for the hungry, and cool the land. Elders thought that an ancient spirit, older than time, lived within the river. This spirit blessed the people for their respect and honor of the land. A villager is shown taking only what he needs from the land. A fisherman catches 3 fish and shares one with his neighbor without a second thought. A woman gathering fruit gives a portion to the village children. The people lived by a simple, powerful law. Respect the river, respect the land, and respect each other. But peace is a fragile thing. A boy named Oduma was born into the village. From his youth, Oduma's heart held a deep hunger for more than his share. As a child picking mangoes, he would always take twice as many as the others. When playing, he would shove others aside to claim the biggest prize. Worried elders approached his parents with a warning. Greed is a seed, they said. If not plucked early, it grows into an unbreakable tree. But Oduma's parents saw only strength and cleverness, swelling with pride. They believed their son was destined to lead the village to greatness, and so the seed of greed was left to grow. Years passed, and the old chief journeyed to the spirit world. Oduma, now a tall and charismatic man, rose to take his place. Initially, he ruled with a fair hand, delighting the people. He organized repairs, held grand festivals, and made promises of a bright future. But the old hunger in his heart soon began to stir once more. One day, standing by the river, a thought took hold of him. Why live so simply, he wondered, when untold treasures lie beneath his waters? He summoned the elders and all the people of Olwaland. We will be rich, he declared. We will take the treasures the river has hidden from us. A few wise, gray-haired elders fell to their knees in protest. My chief, please, one begged. The river is a living spirit. She gives to us because we show her respect. If we act with greed, she will take everything away from us. Oduma let out a great, booming laugh that silenced the crowd. Old tales for old fools, he shouted. Who is afraid of a river? We are the masters of this land. Cowed by their chief's authority, the people reluctantly agreed to obey. A shadow of doubt crossed the faces of many in the crowd. The next day, the men descended upon the river. With iron tools and hungry hearts, they tore into the riverbed, digging and searching. They chopped down the ancient trees whose roots held the river's banks. The once clear water was churned into a brown, angry sludge. The fish fled, and the river's song was replaced by a wounded silence. The women who once sang at the river's edge could now only weep. The children could no longer play in the clear pools. The animals of the forest fled the desecrated land. Even the wind seemed to change, turning hot and sharp. The wounded and insulted river spirit began to stir from its long sleep. That night, A strangeness fell over Olwaland. The village dogs howled at nothing, their cries full of fear. The cattle, parched with thirst, refused to drink from the solid river. A soft, sorrowful song, like a woman's cry, drifted over the village in the darkness. The oldest and wisest woman, Mama Ama, rose from her hut. She walked to the village square and began to beat her drum with a slow, soft rhythm. The villagers gathered, their faces filled with a growing dread. Children of Olwaland, she said, her voice shaking with sorrow. You have caught the hand that fed you. You have insulted the spirit who blessed you. Now, she warned, she will rise. The villagers trembled, some falling to their knees. But Chief Oduma only sneered at her. Old woman, he dismissed, your stories are nothing but dust. Go back to your dreams. The final warning went unheard. 3 nights later, the moon rose, and it was the color of blood. The ground beneath the village began to tremble violently. A deep rumble, like 1,000 drums, rolled down from the hills. And then the river, the river, it rose. It swelled into a black, raging wave of pure fury. The waters were no longer gentle, they were wild, filled with the pain of years of disrespect. The wave crashed over the fields, destroying everything. It swallowed the villagers' huts one by one. It dragged the proud and the humble alike into its angry depths. Oduma, standing in his great hall, tried to command the waters as he commanded men. He held his staff high, shouting at the approaching torrent. But the river did not listen. It burst through his walls, lifting him high. It carried him away into the darkness. A chief no more. He was gone without a trace. By dawn, the beautiful land of Olwaland was no more. Only a broken, silent swamp remained. The land was scarred, filled with dead trees and whispering wind. A few survived, only those who had heeded Mama Ama's warning and fled to the hills. They looked down at the ruin of their home, their hearts broken. They rebuilt their lives far away from that cursed place, but they never forgot the river of blessings and the price of their greed. To this day, the survivors teach their children the lessons they learned. Take only what you need from the earth. Respect the land, for it remembers every kindness and every wound. Listen to the wisdom of the elders, for they have seen paths you cannot yet imagine. Greed will fill your hands for a moment, but it will leave your heart empty forever. And sometimes, if you listen closely by the old swamp at sunset, you can still hear the river's sorrowful cry. It is a warning to all who pass by, a reminder that the gifts of the earth are not ours to own, but blessings to be shared.